Welcome back to Bronze League Heroes. In the bottom left, it is from the XCFX clan, Nanoa. And in the top right, it is Kanui. And both these players seem to have a basic understanding. We've got depots at the front and SCVs being produced. Well, we got depots at the front at least. So far. Now, is it double depot time? Where are you going? What is your plan? What are you scouting? What is he gonna have, a barracks here? It's a bit early for a barracks. The throwback, for those of you that remember, it's a booty smackorex right outside the main. It's not proxied, it's not risky, but it is hidden. No one expects the Macarex right outside the base. A classic strategy, though I have the distinct. I don't think this player is taking strategies from 2011 and applying them today. On the other side, the engineering bay helping to wall off the front, and we're gonna go with the double thick depots. You gotta double wrap that wall, it's always important. But it is gonna be an orbital command, no planetary quite yet, but that engineering bay opens up many opportunities, especially those in TPM related fields. We've got the perimeter defense continuing, a marine on the way. You gotta put the barracks at the front, and then the marines protect the back line, of course. Alright, attack lab on the way. The APM skyrocketing. Both these players are at nearly an action a second. Alright, so anything could happen. The concussive shell marauder opener. This is a pretty classic strategy as well. Well, I guess the forward perimeter defense coming out of Nanoa here. Just gotta make sure he sees everything coming. Unfortunately, he doesn't really have any units yet. Well, I guess I take it back. He's got 3 more. Where are you going? Oh, well, it's now time to scout his actual opponent. Now that he's set up his perimeter kind of alarm bell system. He does have an SCV in the bottom right corner, and what could this be for? Before doing anything useful. But the factory has completed. A tech lab is on the way. A starport as well. The SCVs just... Apparently barracks are not allowed to be built on the high ground. That's reserved for the higher class of units, okay? The lower class of Marines can stay on that low ground. Just stay away from the main base. We don't want to really see them, okay? Just stay over there. Oh, the SCV being beautifully microed, but the Hellion will strain against the wall and then escape. Will it find the SCV? The chase continues. Yes! One shot fired. He's microing the hell out of that Hellion. And he will get the kill. That's gonna be first blood and 200 minerals to Kanui. As he continues to do a perimeter check. Both these players doing it in their own way. So quite an unorthodox strategy here by Nanoa, setting up his perimeter defense, making sure he knows anything's coming, and then proceeding to expand to the bottom right corner. I mean, think about it. Think about it. A scan to the main. He will get a bead. I think that even catches the CC. It does. Full vision so far. A siege tank is on the way. +1 attack. Turrets starting to round the edges. The Hellion making its rounds. And it will patrol, like, the entire map. It's got a lot of work ahead of it. Alright, it's got a lot of ground to cover. Okay, gonna need some new tires soon. warms my heart. The TPM begins to raise. We're at over 1 TPM now so far. We've got a planetary fortress guarding the front, and you gotta be careful, gotta keep it tucked into that ramp. He can still mine. Alright. We've got 4 medevacts for about as many units as could fit in almost 2 medevacts. And he's continuing to build medevacts. Unfortunately, this is pretty hard countered by the TPM coming out of Kanui here. 2 more on the way. The siege tanks will protect the mineral line. It looks like we're reaching towards almost 1.2 TPM, but the MPM on the other side, the medevacs per minute, reaching nearly 1 as well. The patrols are real. There's... What? The perimeter defense being a priority on either side. I'm not sure who... He scans the front and realizes we might need to take an alternative strategy. Unfortunately, Kanui has already preempted this. This SCV, it's a man with a plan. He's got 400 minerals. You know what you can build with 400 minerals? +1 armor for your 2 marauders and 2 marines. A sensor tower on the way. More SCVs coming out. I'm not... With the CC blocking turrets, not only do you block the command center, you can shoot it down as well. Think about it. It's 80 to 55 supply. Unfortunately, about 16 of that supply for Nanoa is in medevacs. So, maybe not quite the fighting force he was looking for. Another scan. Kanui with another expand coming out. And the perimeter defense on either side is incredible so far. Where's he going? He's gonna... He turned around at the last second. He's blocked most of the outer bases. Unfortunately, Nanoa, he needs to cast a wider net to catch Nanoa right now. Will he be going to the other corner? Oh, he's got it queued up. He's ready to go. Unfortunately, Nanoa will already be there by the time his SCV arrives. Another expand coming out. Both of these players very reluctant to take their natural too early on. That would be too obvious. And a very stealthy command center coming out on the northern side. Cloaking field being researched. No Banshees in production quite yet, but the real cloak for Banshees is not making any Banshees at all. 2 armories to complement the 2 engineering bays for Nanoa. We have... What? He sees the command center, so obviously the best choice is to proxy a starport and build turrets containing this command center, so that way when you build your air units to kill it from inside within the range of his command center, he won't ever see it coming. This isn't first, second, or third dimensional chess. This is nth dimensional chess right now, and by N, of course, that means noob. As the Marines, the Marauders, and the medevac comes down, this command center is nearly finished. He will lift and build he's building a turret to protect the command center. And lifts up just in time. Time to drop on top. He can see the turret building. The Marines come out. Will he be able to defend in time? A Banshee and building armor being produced on the other side as the action ramps up. Nanoa. The army supplies 66 to 26, but the defenses are so strong. The command center slowly... He's pushing it into the turret. If Nanoa is unable to respond, this turret could be the difference maker. Does he have high-sec auto-tracking? He doesn't. He's not responding. The army is not there. But he's pushing it into the turret. Nanoa needs to respond. He just sends out. But the turret is helping. He's going to turn him. He's going to turn him. He thinks he's safe. But wait! There's more! He's trying to dodge this. He hasn't quite brought the army there. The stim comes out. The command center It's about to start burning! He runs! The army's gonna come out to defend! The command center will live in what nobody expected to be such an intense chase. It will be brought into the orange. And a preemptive planetary fortress being built by Kunui. And dropping those mules to make sure he's got some long-distance mining going on. A Thor is here! High-sec auto-tracking and 3 Vikings on the way. And Nanoa now has what looks like a relatively normal 3-base setup for a Terran player. As he begins to repair it. The scans come out, confirming yes, indeed, there is still a planetary fortress and a base here. And he's just going to work his way down the line. Oh, wait, no, he scanned it! What a beauty! If this planetary wasn't here, he wouldn't have seen it. But he actually scanned a fucking random area in this corner. I can only assume was a misclick or just scanning anywhere. And he sees the forward planetary. Nanoa now at 117 to 115 supply of Kunui. More turrets are coming up. He continues the ring around. A Thor is ready to be dropped. As part of the army, about 8 medevacs and 8 units alongside these liberators. The Thor drop is coming into the third as the action is about to ramp up. Well, not a drop so much. It's more like a helicopter tour. The liberators are here. A turret will delay the action. The Thor has been unloaded. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last. Didn't make it. The liberators and Raven look very angrily at this base. There's still the outposts all on the side. There's Banshees in the main. The Vikings have hit the deck. The liberators are not sieging up. The cloak, he kills the command center. The liberators siege up on this side. They will kill everything on the ground, but the command center, unupgraded, will lift and get away. The medevac, what? There are turrets at the front with high-sec auto-tracking. Wait, they do have it. And we'll take some pot shots at the medevacs on the way back. So both these players being denied at least one command center in this exchange. The turrets will be removed. As the perimeter will be cleared. Kunui going for that mech base. We have a fusion core in the production tab. A third base has been taken. As Nanoa, if he could just put everything together and swing the hammer across the map, he might be able to make the difference. But like many Terran players who are just starting out, does not feel confident in his ability to do so. The Liberators still remain seat. Well, that'll do it a little bit quicker. Got him. Ship weapons. Level 1 has been completed for Kunui here. As Nanoa finally finding the confidence within himself to maybe move out a little bit onto the map. The turrets are blocking most of the attack path. Well, blocking is a strong term for what they're doing, but the turrets exist along their scant. Going to the Nanoa action cam, he will scan several of the bases. He won't look at them, he just sees the mini-map, but he will scan. He does see the rebuilt base as well. Yes, that's still there. He's moved out. He's made it a third of the way across the map. And that's good for round 2. There is Blue Flame. Terran ship weapons level 2. We got a couple command centers, an orbital, a factory, a partridge, and a pear tree in the production tab for him. And a 4th base coming out. What happened to this starport? I want to know where this starport went. Did it come home? It's been gone for a while. More scans coming out on either side. He will see this base. 6 SCVs at a time. I mean, what is the worker count? 91 SCVs seems a bit excessive. Over half of the supply of Kanui is in he's up to 97 SCVs, but he's somehow spending all his money, which is also quite impressive, probably because his income isn't that high, because I think some of these SCVs do need to be laid off. I know nobody likes to lay off hard-working blue mineral jobs, but I mean, the robotic mules are just taking over. They're just more efficient, and they cost less. They don't cost any minerals. So you can't, at the end of the day, you can't stop progress. But for now, he will be progressing to an even higher Viking count. 103 SCVs. And 5 more. Alright, a Viking has been landed in the main and is being repaired by a mule as it is being shot by a Marine. The Marine will come out on top, but the depot will burn. Vikings are on the ground as the Noah going to the other side. He's had enough. He's not coming home. The command center will fall. There's very little actually at home right now. But the planetary is being repaired with some of those 100 SCVs. He has building armor, but 3-3 is very good. There's almost nothing in the main base. Are we in a base trade right now? No, the Vikings are coming back home. It's 159 to 151 supply. What's the worker count? It's 83 to 42. The ramp is open, but the turrets are unloading on the medevacs. He will be able to rip down the wall. There are still bases in the corner. There are still planetaries. Planetaries is the actual word for that. But there's still a lot of bio on the deck. There are no more siege tanks. In production are 5 more Vikings, and that's literally it. A lot of bio is tearing through almost everything. The Vikings will be slaughtered. Nanoa finally finding it within himself to strike for the heart. And this seems to be a critical blow. This should be everything. I mean, he has planetaries, he has turrets, he has dreams. There's still a few units cutting off the rally point, but Nanoa has finally brought his 3-3 bio hammy arming together. I have no words, apparently, after this. "41 SCVs, half of his number are on this base. He's evacuated to the left side. There are plenty of SCVs idle despite barely any mining from this base. How much tech has been left alive? No, he still knows where all the bases. The starports have evacuated. More command centers in production. Nanoa just decides it's time to go home. His work here is done. He's done enough for one day. Alright, he will redirect. The Widow Mine will rack up another kill. The scan comes out. Nanoa sees these 2 Vikings and says, "This is a proportional response." Alright, the 2 Vikings hit the deck and are actually slaughtering SCVs. A couple tanks will siege up. Nanoa going back forward. The medevacs will come back. Medevacs with no units, not the best counter to Vikings. Some Marines will come out. Nanoa does not seem confident in what he actually wants to do. This command center still under fire. It's building at almost exactly the rate the Marines are firing. The siege tanks will siege up. A lot of the medevacs have gone down thus far. It's 133 to 107 supply. We still have 2 factories, 2 barracks, 3 Vikings, a planetary fortress, and the production tab. As Kanui stumbling, tripping, and just somersaulting his way into what looks to be still alive in this game. The tanks are doing a lot of damage. He eventually takes out the Vikings. This tank will somehow get away. Nanoa's units are still moving forward. They're still there. The scans come out. The planetaries, another stim, but the medevacs are not there to heal it up. Will they be a match for the planetary fortress with that building armor? There's a repair now. The boys will be pulled. The planetary is ripping into the Marines. It's not going to be enough. A Viking even hitting the deck, soaking a little bit of the damage. Why are there more Vikings? The world may never know. The planetary holds strong. 23 kills and counting. More Vikings on the deck. The buy will be taken out, and Kanui will take the supply lead. The roller coaster swings back. It's like watching tennis. Some more will be taken out. The medevacs are here, but will it be enough to take down the planetary? The SCVs being split between the bases. Kanui still has outposts all over the map. 33 SCVs, a medevac in production. Does he actually have any bio units? He has 3 Marines and a dream. Mules will be dropped. 3,800 minerals for Nanoa. Both players at 100 supply. 84 of Kanui's supply is in SCVs. He's still building 3 at a time. That seems a little excessive. A scan comes out. This base has not yet been retaken. There are more. He's going with the nomadic Terran build. If you build your buildings all over the map, he can't kill all of them. The turret's coming out, driving back the medevacs. A starport will be the casualty. He's trying. The planetary fortress is triggered. He's up to 32, 34 kills and counting. Make that 36. More repairs coming out. 40. Can we get 50? The turret's taking out the medevacs. It's not going to be enough. More medevacs where that came from. More going down. Nanoa meeting his nemesis, the planetary fortress. There's not enough gas to repair it anymore. But it's up to nearly 50 kills. More SCVs in production. He's at 85. Nanoa still has enough to build 50, 60 more Marines if he can pull himself together. He's getting stuck on this planetary, and the planetary is happy about it. 51 kills so far. He was able to break through the front. The natural even took a swing at the third. But Nanoa has stalled out. He's at 64 supply with no units in production. There's a reason why Kanui is so fond of these turrets. They have helped him in the past, and they're not failing him here. This turret... Oh, it looks like the turrets that actually got kills were killed. We have 3 in ship weapons and plating on the way. More scan... I'm not sure whose scans these are at this point. There's scans all over there. He has plenty of scans. Building armor as well, being joined on the other side. He has money in the bank, he just needs to spend it. More medevacs on the way. For possibly the first time in this game, Nanoa is brought low on the medevacs. Kanui at 135 supply. You gotta give him credit. He knows how to spend his money. He seems to have taken most of the map here. More command centers are on the way. He's up to 89 SCVs. And lifting down. Nanoa still has money to spend. But Kanui, I don't even know. The structures tab is literally... I have to get the nameplate out of there. There are 20 turrets. You know what? Just at this point... Kanui has 2-2. He still has... Okay, combat shields is on the way. This could still go either way. Because so much army supply is literally in SCVs, means Kanui's army, even if it maxes out, isn't that fearsome. There's a planetary fortress down here. Some Widow Mines as well. No siege tanks. He's got +3 ship weapons. He's building... Wait. Does he have anything that uses ship weapons? No, Nanoa has stalled out on that count. But he started to spend his money. The army supply is starting to even up. 78 to 63 as the game continues. And he's swinging. It's his white whale. Alright? He can't stop. There are plenty of other bases. There's other planetary fortresses on the map, but that is the one that he wants. That has been his nemesis. It has taken over 50 of his Marines and Marauders' lives. And it can't stop now. The planetary being targeted down. Doing a number. He goes for the turret. Maybe not the ideal target. The Widow Mine gonna help. The planetary getting a nice hit. He's going for the other Widow Mine. He's getting assaulted by the Ibex cannons. And Kanui making a mistake on this. The planetary falls. The white whale has been harpooned. Will that be enough to break the back of the defense? Thank you, Lashhouse. Welcome. There's nothing more that can happen. The army supply is 58 to 50. Nanoa has finally gotten the kill. One planetary will be traded. As Kanui scrambles to try to defend, he's going, this is just an orbital over here. Neither player really confident in their planetary fortress engagements, but he finally puts everything together. The third or fourth or fifth try was a charm. 201 to 263 units. Kanui has lost almost double. He's trying to hold it together. He still has 64 SCVs. He's killing a couple more medevacs, and he's getting on the SCVs as well. Will Nanoa retreat? Most of his armies across the map. I can't even call it a base trade anymore because I'm not sure whose base is whose. Nanoa still has money in the bank. 200. Who's scanning? Why are there two scans? Anyways, why are you scanning again? You've already scanned that item. Please put the planetary fortress in the bagging area. The Vikings into the air to try to gun down the command center. It's being targeted by the Marines, but once again, deja vu. It will not burn. Kanui still at 120 supply. Nanoa at 82. He's desperately trying to spend his money. He's chasing down these Marauders, but the Marauders seem very content with the deep tissue massage they're getting, and will die in peace. There's another base in the corner as Kanui seems to be concentrated on the right side of the map. The rocks will be the next target assaulted. Oh, I don't know. There are more scans coming out. More scans than a Costco checkout right now. We see Nanoa swinging around the map. He's found the bases. Look at the Nanoa action cam. There's a planetary guarding this base, even though there are no minerals left. Nanoa still has money in the bank, whereas Kanui, once again, still has bases. Who will come out on top? Going for the planetary. Will the repair come off in time? It will not. The planetary will fall. Nanoa getting more okay! What? He's ahead on supply! And Nanoa will persevere as Kanui has ran out of tolerance for a lot of things by the end of that game. $208 to 358,000 resources lost. Nanoa with money in the bank, still several bases. Kanui scattered across the map, just couldn't pull it together. Supply blocked. Lost his motivation. And that well, that happened.